Hi there. What if there was a system that could make you a better lover, that could build the energy in your body, your own energy, build it up, that you can then retain and that you could use for anything in your life? Something that could radically transform your life, it could transform your lovemaking, your sexuality, something that would transform the amount of energy you have and the amount of energy that you show up in the world for. That create radical transformations in this place. Would you like to know about it? If so, I have that method and that process. I'm Leonard Lowe, and I've been researching men's sexuality over the last 16 years. And I have been multi-orgasmic as a man for the last 16 years. What do I mean with that? I can have multiple orgasms in one lovemaking session before ejaculate, and I can also choose not to ejaculate and just make love for as long as I want to. I've been sharing my learnings for the last 7 years with men around the world and how to attain the same. Now the question often comes up here is, wow, one must be a guru to be able to do that. You must be really skilled at sexual kung fu or whatever. And the answer is very simple: no, you don't. You do need awareness, you do need to understand these aspects that I'm going to cover in the video, and you also need to practice a bit, and sometimes a lot. And you do need willpower, and you need a good amount of willpower. But any man in the world can do this. This is available for everyone. So another thing I often get is, I'm too old, I'm too young. I've had people on my program on the early 20s and people in their 70s, and tremendous results for both these age groups. So I really want to make that point, drive that point home. If you're 20 years old, this is the best time to start learning this, or you're 30 or 40 or 50. And when you're 70 or 80 or whatever, it's never too late to learn, and you can still get great value out of all of this. So yeah, let's take a few steps back. I wasn't always like this. It wasn't always like this for me. For me, it was very much left brain many years ago, and I only believed in what I could see. And then the whole world of energy opened up for me, and then created this massive expansion, not just in my sexuality, but in all aspects of my life. In my daily enjoyment of life, just walking in the park and walking in the city. You don't even have to be in nature. Just the expansion that it has created in my body and also in my consciousness. And I feel called and I feel passionate to share that with as many people as I can, and especially as many men as I can. And there's some beautiful stories. There's just some beautiful case studies and some beautiful testimonials from men that I've had. I had the privilege to take them on this journey with me. I have a client in Cape Town that shared with us in the last course, halfway through the course, he shared that he made love to his wife 3 times the night before. She orgasmed every time, he didn't, and it was like a no ejaculation challenge. So he also didn't, for the whole period or the next day. But you could give her this beautiful pleasure, or she could drop in her own pleasure because he was available for that whole period. And he just went, whoa, I didn't know this was possible. And all the other brothers in the call was like, ah, man, go brew. So, yeah, that really touches me when I see that. I've got another student and another brother in Prague, Radoslav shared with us, that his life is totally changing, and he's written me a long email and saying that, after the course, so these things don't just happen in the course, but it changes your life for forever afterwards. And he just wrote and mentioned that the benefit list I have, for this program and for semen retention, no ejaculation for a period and for a 21-day period, that he's almost ticking off those lists, those items on the list, and he was just astonished about the amazing results he's getting. And one of them was that women are being attracted to him so much more, and he's not doing anything different, but they're approaching him, and there's attraction happening. Another thing he mentioned was that the same item I had on the list is that, you know, people will come to you for business collaborations and for, you know, creative collaborations, and that was also happening in his life. And, you know, the best way to explain that is that there's a radiance that come out of you. when you hold this energy and you don't just ejaculate it when it gets built up into much, and you hold it and you learn how to move it through your body and to retain it. There's a radiance that happens, and people can see it, people can feel it. You walk down the street and people look at you differently. And with Radoslav, that was happening, you know, in terms of women and in terms of business spaces also. So it's a beautiful journey to see men and to see people go on in terms of this, in terms of expanding not just your sexuality but your whole consciousness. So this is possible for you also. It's available to anyone. Now imagine you live a life where you can decide when and how you ejaculate. That you're not prison to your own body, that you just ejaculate, you know, whenever, without you having any control or any choice in the matter. Imagine having a life without premature ejaculation, without erection problems, without porn addiction. Imagine a life of just naturally flowing in your own body and your own sexuality, and people get attracted to you, and you can actually connect with them. You don't have to sit and watch porn for hours. You can actually have the real deal and make love to a beautiful, wonderful woman or man, you know, whatever the sexual orientation is. Imagine that life of like really living that as a, you know, one of the things I always say on this planet is one of the two things that I here to enjoy is the food and then sexuality. You know, why would we not want to connect with that? Imagine that space where you're with your lover and you make love and you don't ejaculate after a few minutes, but you can actually hold your ejaculation. You can contract your PC muscles in your perineum area right down here, and you can draw the energy up in your body and you can actually breathe it up. And it sounds all like woohoo. Trust me, it's not. It is extremely simple. You just you breathe it away from your groin area. The moment you breathe it up, it stops the ejaculation. That energy goes into your body, into your heart, into your head. You can move it around. You can do magic with it. Now imagine a space where you can make love for as long as you want to. Premature ejaculation technically is called, I think, within 60 seconds or so in the medical terms. My view of premature ejaculation is when you ejaculate without wanting to ejaculate. So if you don't have a choice, then you're fucking premature ejaculation territory. So having the ability to do that when you make love with someone, when you encounter with someone, it means you're really present. If you're with, especially women, only drop into their orgasmic ability after like half an hour or an hour. And you don't have to, it's not about pressing the right buttons. Being a great lover is not about what buttons I must press, but it is definitely about being present, being fucking present. And you cannot be present if you've ejaculated, because your energy goes. You're not engaging anymore. You don't feel sexual anymore. There's a refractory period for your erection to come back. And it's beautiful to ejaculate. There's nothing wrong with ejaculation, but it's finding the right frequency of how often you ejaculate. And there's a lot of detail here to go into and to explain, but the crux of it is anyone can do that. Imagine not just for your sexuality, but for all areas of your life, having this energy, not being tired and exhausted, but having this energy available that you can then use for your job, for your children. I mean, you come home from work and you're tired, but imagine you can have this source of energy that you circulate in your body, and you can play with your kids and with your children, time for your family, your wife, and for any endeavor, any creative endeavor that you want to do. That is the life that's open and available for us. And so few of us, get emotional when I talk about this, so few of us actually do this. Okay, so this is a good place to talk about this program that I'm offering. It's a 21-day guided program. It's online. It's coaching. It's going to be, and right at this point, just a warning, or just put a warning out here. It's only going to be available for a few days. It's live at the moment, but it's only going to be available for a few days, because then we're going to close registration and the class is going to start. So the class is going to start next week. And then just to get back to the course, this course is a guided journey that you'll be held, and in this space you'll be held by the hand, you'll be guided, you'll be taken through the journey over 21 days, and there will be contact every day. You'll get an email from me and every day, and you'll get a video from me every day going through a lot of the detail. I've touched on something in this, some of the areas in this video. There's so much more. And we'll go in this course, we'll drop deep. It's going to be a closed Facebook group, so it's going to be a community of brothers where you can share, and it is just amazing, the support of having that in that group. So not just from me, but from a community of brothers. We'll all be on the Facebook group, and it is going to be, there will be lifetime access. So afterwards, after the journey, you can always go back, watch the videos, and there's access to this program forever. Another important thing is that we'll have Zoom calls. So we'll start the evening before the course starts. We'll open up with a Zoom call, and the next day will be day one, and then we'll have a Zoom call every week, only for an hour. I know everyone is busy, only for an hour, but it'll be a very dedicated, focused Zoom call. And we'll have one, as I said, the evening before, and then on day 7, day 14, and day 21, the last day, we'll have another Zoom call. Great. So a lot of the stuff I've mentioned here, one can go and practice on your own, and you can try. My experience is that the best result is actually when you go on this journey with someone. You know, whether it's with me or whether it's with someone else out there, other people also doing this. I really invite you and urge you to go and do this journey. It is in a way difficult, not in a way, it is very difficult to do it on your own. To have the discipline and the drive to actually follow this is so tough. But if you're held in a group of men, and then someone, not just me keeping you accountable, but other guys keeping you accountable also, it makes it so much easier. And this 21 guided journey is something that will get you to that place. So what I've added in with this journey is I've thrown some bonuses in, because I think it is so relevant, the bonuses that I have. And there are 3. The first one is my ebook, and the second one is my audiobook. These normally sell for $11.99 and $17.99 respectively. And I put that in the course. It's in for free. And in my book, An Epic Soul and Sex Adventure, I go into detail about a lot of these aspects. So that's included in the course. That's for free. And then a third bonus, what I've put in, actually very excited about. This was part of my jump course. I had a jump course last year, jump online course, and this was a big portion of that course, and it was the 7 tools of emotional expression and emotional release. And it is amazing, amazing work, and that will be for free. That course, that jump course last year, was $397. This emotional part was a big part of that course, but it's for free. It's included in this program. Okay, so Okay, so the next question is, what's the cost of this program? I've gone through the detail now. What's the cost? It's only $197. The bonuses I've just mentioned above is already over $400. And the course of the 20-day guided coaching with all the bonuses included, including the Zoom calls, including all the community, the Facebook group, is only $197. It's live now, it's open now. I invite you to join me. And as I said earlier, act fast, because it's only going to be open for a few days. We are actually next week, Tuesday, the 15th of June, 7 p.m. is the first Zoom call. And then the next day, the 16th of June, the Wednesday, is day one of the 21-day challenge. And I'm getting all excited and worked up on that. And I'll be doing every step of the way with the brothers on that 21-day journey. So that's next week already. So get on board, join now. The card is going to close soon because I can only take a certain amount of people. So on this page, you'll see either right below this video or right on the bottom of the page, a red button. You can click there. It will take you through to the Thinkific platform. It's a world-class platform. It's one of the top 3 platforms around the world. Everyone do their workshops there, secure payout. It will take you through the journey, and then you'll sit on this very professional platform. It will be up there, and we'll be doing the work on there, and everything will be loaded on the platform. Okay, so now the ball is in your court. If you want the transformation in your life, you have to take action now. I can't do it for you. All I can say is that I know the system works. It has worked for me, and it has worked for over the last few thousand years for thousands and millions of men. All the systems, all the teachings of many years is in this program. I know it works. I've seen it work with my clients, with my students. I had beautiful testimonials about it. So I invite you to come and join me, and I'm looking forward to seeing you on the inside of this program. Once you hit that little red button, get on the Thinkific platform. All the bonuses are live. My book is live there. You'll have immediate access to that. And then next week the course starts on the Monday, the Monday evening at 7 p.m. Next Tuesday evening, the 15th. So hit that button and look forward to seeing you on the inside and on the Zoom call. Much love.